and open micers. Swath clash. White war skewered, eternity in asphalt swatch, impacted land. Dilapidation of still and as of yet spacious chrome. Trust comely trimmed grass. Familiar, no, longer seen. To be gracious, we must go slow. Tie me to knowledge, we are bound to love like mollusks. Gill, crab, shoe, shelled foot, suckerlit sand, sunset looking like through confusion at everything. Might this instant be next poem? This body so tight, ergo invention done. Off with grip, this pencil, exactly half justified, before reconcilable. Desire, a donut's memory. The whole was for to dunk with. Malls developed on strips of a certain class, in ligament tension. Pigmentary, says Watson. Anomaly of guilt/witness, mic drop, hope, starch, all we are is Anglican language, take my vagina, take. You are on a beach with two Muybridge Colts. Take a picture, it looks like a mirror. Acts and ideas, relationships track synchronous farness, an entire conjugation exclaims vorrei. Sometimes South Jersey might look like Italy. How much must we approximate nostalgia to actualize common comfort, breath? Tell me how much is allowed. The horizon. Cup, purple pelvis, tilted as much as full bladder spilt out will permit. Curvature of a cloud. Commerce, majestic water tower, nations hued, stashed phantasms, pivotal, apocalyptic, constant, seeking, Percival. Affectation seeping. A solution's non-binary lane. Half moon, the ocean. Always yelling, overwhelmed, think, relax, make one sound. Bird chirp. Gull in croak heckled shackles, Jesus Christ, fuchsia, flamingo, peregrine. Good morning, tag, you are it. What is that, a bus pass? What's pretty? Romanticism? The umber sunset, or you? Car, gray, sky, blur, gradient, doling, hills spelt. Did no name really just under breath utter, we die as crones? Amen, amen. Soft beat. That part still sustained in a sail. Largesse per mastiff. Gravity's private, playful joy. Trust planets and effects, comrades, criminals. Oh, fuck, here we are in New Jersey, compliant in this implicatable, rendering world. Recalcitrant motives, awareness is submissive, dissonant iota, a wheeled garbage pail, hark, incant, breadth, history, blood, full, unseemly end of clever flitting, a mock-up for solitude, dumb judgment internal, clothes taken off. Recalcitrant contrition, a mist sieve, I, you, a wheeled garbage pail, hark, incant. After you leave, the house smells of the sweet of us, a dissipate weight like petrichor, to each entropic intake of breath, like the city mimics a car alarm, and then a gull it once heard, soul beating turns out. A sherbet, so flush with icy fruit, it wears like stucco on the tongue, bears down on tooth root, twinging. Now I'm going to do some shorty bees, so you are welcome to clap, but you don't need to. 11. The unctuous hug. Oh, no. 11. The unctuous drug of an ugly hug, coupling in time. Scary story in 200 words or less, and this is in last fall's edition of Cul-de-sac of Blood, which is an amazing local publication that you guys should check out. I wake up, roll over, hug the only semi-sentient thing, my pillow, still hot with breath and sweat. The food will never run out, the water will never run out. When this house dirties, slip to the next. Do not fall. Bite down gently, gingerly. 30% of deaths in the medieval era derived from bad dentistry. It's only a carrot growing from my nose, not the end of human history. And why not plug one of those suckers with mulch, a second seed in there for good luck, and just let the roots wage war on the body? Find hospice in the fecund, creep the synapses, tether the jaw, these creaky teeth, in what's been watching them. Haiku. I sleep in a bag even when sheets get offered. Degrees of 0. I sleep in a bag even when sheets get offered. Degrees of 0. Thanks to men. Oh, sound skewered, a best friend's laughter. 3 years ago, COVID. Haiku. Gas pump screen offers vocabulary, apricity, insert card. Gas pump screen offers vocabulary, apricity, insert card. Little murder in kinship. A swamp of family, watch the mandrake writhe. Rendered itty-bitty, we reify real, sum totals of tadpoles apart and parted, arrest, asunder, awake now, as ever, assumed, sentient. Fatty backs of lard, the supple substrate, jelly cold, erroneous estate deemed era, which depression, this afterthought? To break like pavement, we sink in like mold, grow holy, becoming culture, all innards, sustenance, and charm. We loosen tales of annals, package them in forgotten tin, canned, wait to grease the pan. Scrambled is still and always egg, drying. Guileless is the fish degilling, plated, and shed of scales. Shellful wishes, edible edicts issued, we whisk was and will be through raw fingers like fireflies that may or may not exist in Oregon, ports of Italy, by the sea and elsewhere. A place called crustacean may appear craggy and elite. Your comb, however, was made of pear. The genealogy we suffer, matted inertia, thatching the roots, the speed of prattle, a hotbox called home. And I'm gonna end with a new, like an in-progress poem. But I'm a trained medievalist, and I've made a medievalist friend who also writes poems. And so we've been exchanging poems, which is like a new fun thing. And I recently decided to try my hand at a sonnet, which I was talking with Bob about sonnets a few months ago. And I don't think it's a very good one, but it's my first sonnet, and it's very medieval. So it has, like, you know, the end rhymes, and it has this thing called a svolta, which is like a turn in the action between like the first 8 lines and the last 6. And it even has like a very medieval invocation to the poem itself. So I'm not really sure that this like passes in the modern day, but I'm trying to experiment with form, and so this is just like a go at it.
I think everything passes in the modern form.
We'll see. It's pretty cheesy, actually. Okay, sonnet. As if the suspense of an ultrasound wonders much less at 20 weeks after heartbeat. Spinal muscular atrophy diagnosis yet uncertain, you round my belly. I picture coral in there, grown. Form 6 fingers on your left hand, laughter. Who urges to abort, says you're matter. In breach, you curl your feet, point your toes. If you'd been sick, I'd have terminated. Already enough cruelty in this world for hypotheticals contrary to fact. Poem, send to Claire my belated thanks for her friendship and words, and ask that she respond with verse anew. That's it. And that's very medieval to end a poem with an invocation to the poem and a direct address to the next person who's supposed to respond. So I have 2 plugs. The first is that I have a book coming out, I think next month, but I don't know that much more about it except that Moonstone is publishing it and they're doing a beautiful job, and it's called Little Murder Poems and Other Poems. So I have a piece of paper here and a pen, and if you'd like to learn more about the book and when it's coming out, please put your email down and I'll let you know. And then the other thing is that next Saturday, April 27th, from 6:30 to 9:30 at the Museum for Art in Wood in Old City, I'm part of a really exciting event. It's the Poetry Gumball Machine Celebration. So I've been working on the Poetry Gumball Machine project with the Philadelphia phenom, Lindo Yes. And so Lindo, I've been mostly on the supporting end helping with grant writing. And we funded 6 poetry gumball machines that are throughout the city: the National Liberation Center, the Philadelphia Liberation Center, Paint and Bright Art Center, outside the Bach Building. There's one at the Nick Virgilio Haiku House. And there's a new one being installed at the Museum for Art in Wood. We got a PA Arts Council grant to fund the event. It is a sustainable, handmade wooden gumball machine with little walnut capsules that distributes free wearable art, free poems, and free information about local mental health services. So the party debut is next Saturday from 6:30 to 9. It's a free event. It's catered by the restaurant I work for, free food. The only thing is that we ask that you RSVP. So there's a little QR code here. I'm going to put this down here. But please consider attending. It's very exciting. And if you can't attend, stop by the Museum for Art in Wood anytime in the next 6 months because the gumball machine will be there. Thank you all.